All right. What's up, everybody? This is my video about how I passed the CKAD. It was a hard exam. I passed the exam in 2 weeks. A little caveat is I did pass the CKA 2 weeks before that. So it's not like I came in there with no studying prior. Um, I'll tell you what I did and I'll tell you what I recommend. Um, so let's just get right into it. So the CKAD exam is an exam where you need to know these things right here. You need to know how to design and build applications. 25% is application environment configuration and security. Um, I'll link all of this into. I have a GitHub repository that I'll link in the description of this video that you should go to and look it over of things that I've seen, little notes or what I did to actually pass the exam. 20% is application deployment, 20% is services and networking, 15% application observability and maintenance. So you need to understand all of this, right? It's really it seems overwhelming, but if you take it step by step, it's really not that hard. A couple things that are important. Go to Reddit. Go to Reddit. This is something that I put in my last video. This is something that I will continue putting. Whenever you want to study an exam, please go to Reddit beforehand. Go to Reddit during, because people will put things that they learned in the exam. Of course, there will be no actual exam questions in this, right? None of my resources are actually, full on exam questions, right? But it helps you because you can see what other people did wrong, did right, and they can help you out a little bit. So this is something that you really need to focus on. Please go to Reddit. Please go to Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Please go to Reddit. So this is what I did. I personally did not go through Code Cloud. Um, what I recommend people going through Code Cloud and going through the CKD, going through the actual sections for the specifically for the CKD. If you're coming straight from the CKA, just go straight for the CKD questions. Sections. Don't overthink it, but you want to do it while you're hot. You want to do it while you have Kubernetes in the front of your brain. So I literally, right after I passed CKA, I started studying for the CKAD because I already had the voucher. Right. So um, let me see here. Let me see here. Right. So for a couple of important things for the CKD is you want to, I'm sorry, you want to, let me go here. In my repository, I have CKD labs, right? I was on Reddit and I saw people always recommending this right here, this GitHub repository. And I said, okay, let me see what this is about. Let me see what this is about. I kind of like browsed through the questions and I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? This is nice. But if you watch my last video, I use Killer Coda for my exam environments. I mean, for my practice exam environments. So I didn't want to have anything hard coded on my system or copying a repository or anything like that. So I went ahead and I just created something that I can use Killer Coda for. Um, so similar to the CKA video, I set it up just like that with bash scripts to set up the environment. I'll just do one here, just do a test environment here. Um, of course, you do this, and it'll roll out so that you can answer the question. And a good thing about this repository that I made is that you can see the question. It's the same exact repository that this person has. I don't want to take the credit, but I just made it work for me. So it's the same question. And then the good thing about it that I set it up with is I have this check to check if it's right. Give you a point scale. So this one specifically has 4 points that you can score. So I'll just go ahead and do this real fast. I know I didn't do any of the things, but of course I didn't do anything, so I got a 0 out of 0. Cool. Um, please use this resource if you want to. It helped me pass the exam, but I went straight into these questions. Right after CKA, I went straight into these questions. I learned the things that I felt like I didn't know. Um, while I was, of course, Latin get same type of thing as last time. You need to have about 7 minutes, 30 seconds per question um, to get to the CKAD. It is a hard exam. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a hard exam. Please read every question. twice before you answer. Sometimes the questions will have hints for the answer. So yeah, that's basically what I did for the CKAD. Went through these questions, same type of setup as the CKA, and I just kept labbing them. I could show you really fast. Um, I have a little whiteboard here. I have a whiteboard that, if you look at this, it says CKAD questions, where I tracked my time, I tracked how many points I got, and I tracked the trouble areas that I had. I'm sorry, this is making me crazy. But I tracked the problem areas. It helps me out to write things out like this. You don't have to, but it's something that I do to track my progress, make sure I'm doing things right. Um, but if you do all this, you should pass the exam. Again, look at the Reddit. Look at the Reddit. I'm gonna say it again. Look at the Reddit. You will pass the exam. Um, yeah. So the link will be in my the description for this repository. You can like the video, subscribe if you want to. Uh, it doesn't really bother me if you don't. This is kind of just for me. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. Um, thank you.